Hey guys, I'm Samcrac, and recently my good friend Rich from the channel Rich Rebuilds took the 1,300-mile trip from his home of Boston, Massachusetts to my home of Tampa, Florida, with the goal of accomplishing quite a few things while he was in town. First, he wanted to attend the Amelia Island Concourse, one of the best car shows in the world. Second, he intended to help me finish my Ford Focus RS rebuild project, which didn't happen. Third, he wanted to show his family a good time on vacation. I doubt that happened, but I'm pretty sure his top priority was to check out this very strange salvage auction BMW i8. You see, the last few times I've gone to my local salvage auction, there is this BMW i8 that looks to be in perfect condition. And word on the street is that this car was a rejected repair, meaning the owner did not approve of the repair done by the body shop, and so insurance just totaled it out, even though this car has been fixed. Now, since its release, Rich has been infatuated with the BMW i8, and when he saw this car appear in some of my previous salvage auction videos, it's like he lost his mind. He calls me sometimes multiple times in a single day just to ask additional questions about this specific car. Rich, what's going on, man?
What's up, Sam? I just wanted to ask you really quick about that BMW i8.
Rich, just hold on one second. I'm elbow deep in a Cutlass Sierra.
Yeah, no problem.
I actually really enjoy these phone calls with Rich because it gives me some quality time to play my favorite mobile game, Vikings War of Clans. Vikings War of Clans is a free mobile game inspired by the best RPG and strategy games from the 90s. What makes the Vikings world so incredible is its over 20 million online players who are constantly evolving the gameplay. You can forge a new alliance, jump into a long-lasting battle, and compete in live events. Help support my channel by downloading Vikings using my link in the description box below. When you do, they're going to set you up with 200 gold and a protective shield to start off with absolutely free. And while you're in the game, make sure you find my clan and join it at CracClan. Big thanks to Vikings for supporting the channel, sponsoring this video, and keeping me entertained when life can get a little bit dull. Speaking of dull, let's get back to that phone call. Listen, Rich, I know you're really interested in this thing, but no worries. When you get in town, I'll take you to the auction. You can get a first-hand look at it.
About time you helped me out. I'm sitting here at my full-time job, and I never thought this day would come.
So, Rich, last time we were here, right behind where we're looking right here, there was a burnt car. I'll put it up on the screen. And everybody said it was a Tesla, and I was really excited to bring you and show you and have you confirm that it was a Tesla, but unfortunately...
Again, you let me down again, Sam, again.
I don't think it's gone.
A consistent trend?
Well,
you gotta find it.
I don't think it's gone, but I think that it is buried. I mean, you can see this lot extends pretty darn deep.
So should we only look for like burnt cars, like a few burnt cars in the distance?
We'll see if we run into it. An SRT, so I'm guessing this is one generation before the Hellcat. Oh, you like this Infinity, huh?
Look how big this badge is.
It's really big.
It's unnecessarily large.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of just walk right past it. This is one generation before a Hellcat. This is what it looks like. Looks like it's in really nice shape. Got those nice Brembos. Now, they don't consider these new ones. Oh, is it? It's like it wants to open, but it doesn't want to open for us.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Anything going on back here?
Oh, this is, you can tell this is the newer generation one about the taillights, but it's just not a Hellcat, that's all it is.
But they have an SRT that's not a Hellcat?
Oh yeah, they sure do.
I know that they've got like a 392, but it's got a badge on the side. And then they've got, this is a strange car.
The inside's perfect.
Because it does look just like a brand new generation. And it's got the gauges from a Hellcat.
Yeah, and those regular SRT, they still sell regular SRTs, Sam, because you know what? Not everyone could afford a Hellcat.
Well, okay, Rich. I just thought that it was called the SRT Hellcat or something like that. And it doesn't have that eyelid scoop. So that is an SRT. Again, no fork. I love how this lot does that. The Green Mercy. So this is a car that looks like a disaster.
Yes.
But let's go around, let's find the actual issue with it. And I don't think it's terrible. You tell me what you're, I'm not gonna talk anymore. You tell me what you think about what you see.
First of all, this is amazing. The carbon sheet's actually flaking off the car.
Yeah.
So you can tell this is legitimate hand-laid carbon on this car. The problem with this one is where you're gonna find this quarter panel, and actual half the roof structure that's on that side over there. That's all carbon.
So that's a great question, and I'm guessing that the quarter, if you do find one, is probably glued in place, and you know, as opposed to being welded in place.
Right.
So, yeah, that's gonna be difficult, but I would bet that there's one out there. Now, go ahead.
But the easy part is, look, this radiator frame is still intact.
Yeah.
But if you look at the motor itself, the engine right back here, there's a lot of burnt wiring on that. I'm not sure if that's worth it or not, Sam.
So that's gonna be the tough part, is the burnt wiring. I love this radiator, and like you said, the shroud is decent. Guess you could try and sandblast that and get away with it, because each and every single part on this car, because of its age, and because it's a Lamborghini, and because it's a V12 Lamborghini, is gonna be just ridiculously expensive. Now, it's hard to see this, but if you look at the valve covers there, they're not like burned to a crisp. It looks just, if anything, they got, you know, burned up with the excess heat, and some of the paint or the powder coating, you know, flaked off it. But other than that, it's not terrible. I think you could resurrect this. I really do sincerely think you could.
This is the coolest thing ever. It doesn't get any more authentic than that, Sam.
Now, something that you don't always see in the coming attractions lot is a bunch of trucks, and this one obviously is the most, well,
Dually F350, I'll take it.
Yeah, the biggest one of the bunch.
No brakes. Thanks for the heads up.
No brakes, yeah, okay.
You ever wonder what this thing hit? Look at this.
Yeah, that obviously did run into some of these, but that's why that's there. Right. Covers your front. No, it's supposed to be like that, look.
Is it? What a weird shape.
That is an odd shape. And it's got like stuff hanging. You know, did somebody go off-road in this? And obviously that axle's sitting a little far off in the back.
Well, you know why? Because the fender. The fender.
Oh, yeah, that's also the fender guy. So this thing was in the woods, right?
Yeah.
Let's recreate this. In the woods, ripped off the side, ripped off, but it survived pretty darn well. I mean, this is stuff that can be fixed up.
They were driving and they realized they had no brakes. The fender got torn off, and they smacked something on this side, because this side is not equal to that side.
Are you sure? Hold on.
Sure. Look, it says no brakes right on it. Look at this. This is not.
Yeah, it looks the same to me.
No, it's not. There's a big dent right here.
All right, hold on. I mean, that thing is still.
You know.
I don't know.
There's no way someone designed it like that.
Okay.
It looks terrible.
It does look funky. Oh, and this side, I mean, this is bad right here. See the way that fender is sitting. And I'm guessing there's some denting underneath on the structure, and that's the total. But this is something that somebody could put back together. F-150, F-550. Interesting. This one just looks like a nice big truck. Yeah. Now this is actually one of those converted vans, so this is something that it would be very expensive if you had to get the job done. So I know it's like, okay, we've got a van sitting in the coming attractions, but this would be very desirable. Even if used as parts, there's a lot of great stuff. If somebody wanted to rebuild, I mean, this thing was completely customized.
Awesome. A nice flat floor. So I covered this in a video of mine. You could actually have a wheelchair here, and you could still have people in the back. This is actually really cool.
That was with the Tesla, right?
Yeah, this was with the Model
Incredible.
X. I was debating whether or not, you know, you could make a Model X a wheelchair accessible van. So you have your wheelchair access ramp that folds down nicely. You just get right in, and you know, you close it up.
Is that how you do it? You lift the door like that? That's.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a button on the inside that would make things a little bit nicer, but okay. I guess I'll go with that. There's not a button for this as well?
No.
Oh, yes there is. Look. Really? Rich, there's no buttons for this. I guarantee there's a button for that.
Doesn't work though. Look at that.
Watch. There it goes. All right, here, let me close this door the appropriate way. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Let me see you do it.
There's a button right here. You just press that button.
Yeah, but I like pulling it.
No, you press the button. That's the appropriate way to, you press one button.
Close this door without touching it then, since you know everything. Go ahead.
Okay, this door without touching it?
Yeah.
All right, watch this.
Ready?
All right. I'm using the force. I'm using the force. Hold on, look.
God, you're amazing. How'd you do that, Sam?
Hey, there's a button. I'm telling you, it's just a button. Okay, this we saw last time. Now this is really interesting, and this is actually something I really wanted to get your opinion on.
Okay.
What in the heck happened right here? What happened right there?
I don't know.
That is in the exact shape of a Ferrari shield. Okay?
I have no idea.
And I mean, this looks like the fender was taken off,
Yeah, the
and
fender
then
liner's out.
rehung. It's so strange.
There's zip ties there, so that's a good sign.
Well,
Probably from the factory.
you know, that's like on my Audi S3 when that car was delivered to me. The body shop that had it before I got it had zip ties all just to keep it, because they don't go and spend a lot of time reassembling it. You know, they wanted to ship it off to the salvage auction. But this is a really nice spec Gran Turismo, and this is the only, I can't open it up. See, it's the only Maserati I really think is worth it, personally.
They sound great, I know that much. They're fantastic sounding cars.
The last couple cars here, which were not here last time, these two Bentleys. Now, Rich, I love this red and black one. It
nice.
Obviously looks really bad from here, but let's go up close and let's see what it looks like. So right over here is the wheel and axle shaft and all the suspension stuff for this corner, obviously. And then this pallet likely goes to the white car, which we'll talk about in a minute. But this, I'm gonna trip over all these rocks. All right, it looks dealable, but this is something that is never fun.
There's a lot here.
Because the apron, as you can just see, it's creased in there. There's a lot of reworking here, and you just don't know how it's sitting underneath there. But at least the front rails and all that are pretty straight. The other thing that always concerns me about these cars is once you get them out of here, how do you move them around your shop, your barn, whatever you're working in?
Yeah.
That's a major concern to me.
How many people work on these cars in barns, you think, Sam?
I think a couple in the country.
Well, for this car, you got to get them on each wheel on a wheel dolly, and you got to push it around your shop like that.
And then you put one wheel in the bottom corner, like the opposite side down here,
Right.
wherever you could put a jack. You might be able to, but still, as narrow as my barns, be a disaster.
Yeah, and these cars are heavy, so.
The white one is an easy fix. At least it looks like it from this angle. Let's go around.
Why is this thing salvaged, you think, Sam? The rear up's a bumper.
Yeah, but just look. Let's see.
This was pushed in a little bit, it looks like.
Well, that's not a big deal because that detaches. I'm guessing here, did this push in? That's what you gotta find out.
Doesn't seem like it. Oh, maybe this was pushed in a little bit right there on that side. I think that may have been pushed in a little bit.
It looks about the same as the other side.
It doesn't look bad. Slap a rear bumper on it and call it a day.
Yeah, this is a rear bumper rebuild. This we might be able to get done in about 4 or 5 episodes, I think.
Key not found. This thing's ready to go, man.
Well, my guess is that, is there a key there? They hold the keys to the nicer cars inside.
Yeah, the rear of this thing. Get in there,
Oh,
Sam.
yeah.
Don't be shy.
Oh my gosh, Rich, this is like so. No, man, look at this. Look at this. What could you fit on there?
Yeah.
A Happy Meal,
phone?
maybe.
Maybe there with this. Put my phone there.
There you go. Okay.
Sam, you look fresh in this car,
I think though, can you move the driver's seat back so the tray is like right here? Like,
I think you can.
this is just really, and I've never heard of this before. Name, N-A-I-M. It's an interesting name.
You know what I want to check out, Sam? I'm not here for this Bentley stuff. I'm not a high-end guy like you. You know what I want?
What?
The electrics, man.
All right, we got to find at least one. I love this Bolt just from the standpoint of the 1,000 miles. When you get in the interior, it smells new, but you could see the impact in the front.
That's not bad. You might need a right here.
It pushed the fender back a little bit, so it's rubbing the door. And then, okay, so the nice thing on these Chevys, this whole entire piece comes out.
The bolt-on piece.
Well, it bolts on, but it also welds right here.
Right.
And you just drill those out. It's pretty simple. And that whole front bolts there, you pull all that off, and then you just figure how bent or how straight this is, and you go to town just replacing a bunch of stuff.
Right.
I think this is a run and drive as well.
I think this is a great deal. Absolutely.
So.
I'd be honored to pick up this car.
You said honored?
I'd be honored. I'd be honored to get this car.
Honored, okay. I just think you'd be, lucky if you won it at the auction.
Yeah, why
but
did I say honored?
Honored.
That was a springboard to use. Looks just like yours, man.
Dude, this is identical. Look, the rear end is like in great shape, but it's missing the rear bumper. Oh, it's got these aftermarket wheels on it.
The calipers come like that, blue painted stock?
Yes, mine, at least mine.
Why don't you just buy this one instead, Sam?
Yes, I could just.
You've been done by
Look
now.
at the front.
The front's done.
Oh my gosh, this is a great car, actually.
I mean,
Look at this.
They removed the door panel. It looks
So it looks like some work was done on this though. Look, they removed the door handles here.
Ah, that's where the problem is. I see.
Yeah. But it does look like almost a, if you look at this, this is repainted. It looks repainted.
Yeah.
It's really nice and clean white paint. I mean, it matches pretty good, but this is obviously the issue. Man, this is hilarious because it's so similar to mine. But this part is bad. I think, I take mine. This has a Borla on it too.
This should go for decent money. People love old school Toyota pickup trucks.
Really?
They love them.
I mean, it's really clean, but I don't know much about it. What do they call this? A 4Runner?
This is an old school Toyota pickup. People kill for these things, man.
And look at the interior. I mean, look at the seats still have, oh, and it's got a manual too.
It's clean.
It's got this RS imprint all over it. I don't know anything.
The clock still works. And it's quartz, apparently. I bet you this car will start and drive right out of here.
It probably will.
I bet you it will.
You ever see that Top Gear where they destroyed the Toyota pickup?
I did, yeah.
And they, it kept running even after falling out of a building, I think is the last thing they did to it.
Yeah.
What do they call it? It's an SR5. Rich wanted to see electric cars while he was here.
Yeah, I don't believe, this is not my idea
of
an electric, of what an electric vehicle represents, but I'll take what I could get.
I told him 2 Teslas were here last time. We didn't see either of those today, but we have 2 other electric cars.
Consolidation prizes as such.
Yes, and I can guarantee you could buy both of these and you'll be out less than the price of 1 destroyed Tesla.
Absolutely.
Man, check this out. Really nice and nice condition. Carbon fiber front lip, 95,000 miles, so it's been used. It's got a manual transmission. What is wrong with this thing? It looks really nice. We got a little bit of paint chipping in the back, nothing that can't be taken care of. This quarter really needs to be blended by me on the outside of a farm area.
You're gonna use your Vornado painting system?
The turbine-based paint booth and sprayer combo. This is a really nice car.
Yeah, inside's nice too. Carbon roof, nice.
Yeah, 6-speed manual. The only thing that's weird, really weird, for this sort of spec, I'm guessing it didn't come with all that carbon when there's a wood grain dash. That is the only thing. Or somebody replaced that.
That's easy to swap out though.
There's wood grain trim all over, which is really strange for an M3.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Ugh.
Rich and I scoured the entire salvage auction, but there was just one last thing to see. Of course, it was the BMW i8. Even though its vinyl wrap was covered in over 2 inches of dust at this point, Rich couldn't have been more excited. He even made a video specifically about it over on his channel. I'll pop it up at the link above. Rich and I shared a pretty entertaining conversation on the way home, although it was clear he was fixated on one thing.
Name a car that the YouTuber hasn't done as yet.
Okay. A Chrysler Sebring.
Okay, name an exciting car that people would actually want to see that you haven't seen someone rebuild yet.
Okay, that's a tough. This is a great question. This is really a good question. Do you know of one?
I can rattle off 4 right now. It's the i8. I don't know the i8 yet.
No one's done i8, but the thing is, you said exciting cars. Are you ever going to rebuild anything that's not a Tesla on video?
The i8.
What do you think about the weather in Tampa?
The i8.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed that Copart lot tour featuring my good friend Rich. I want to thank him very much for coming along. And if you like these sort of videos, definitely hit that like button and let me know in the comments section below. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, anything that pops up that is unique at any of these salvage auctions, I tend to post up there before we talk about it here on YouTube. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching today, and I will catch you all very soon.